Yeah, it's halftime. First home game with actual fans. Chargers versus Bucks. Don't look good. Still, 3.5 quarters. I'm sorry, 3.5 games, and we've seen the offense sputter far too much. The defense today is playing a lot slower than they've played the previous 3 games. Uh, a little bit of that may be due to what's happening with the field being wet, but that's not a problem for the Chargers for some reason. Um, there's got to be something going on. I still see and I still understand people having these questions and these nonchalant responses saying that the offense is, you know, still trying to get cohesive and this and that. Haven't had an off season. It'll just be the fourth preseason game. Listen, that shit don't matter. Does not matter. Doesn't matter because is making a nobody else is making that as an excuse for themselves. That's not an issue for every other offense. It's not an issue for Kansas City. It's not an issue for Baltimore. For the best teams in the league, regardless of how long they've been playing, nobody has the experience. Um, a lot of these cats don't have the experience that's supposed to be on the side of the Buccaneers. So all of that stuff is a wash. That shit goes out the window. If you hear somebody saying that silly shit, you need to you need to put them on point and let them know that that's no longer a viable excuse. It's too much happening. Um, it just doesn't look good. The Bucks are still going to be heavily relying on their defense, which is fine because defense is what it's going to be about. It should be about. But this foolishness, man, with this offense where it can't get out of its own way, this foolishness with this offense where the offensive coordinator, these cats that can't put together a competent game plan to scheme against these defenses that the Bucks are playing. This is why people acted a fool last week when they should have absolutely murdered their opponents. They should have killed them first half and second half. Second half they only scored 5 points after a good looking first half or first quarter. That's why people acted a fool then. So now you see when everything isn't in a perfect case scenario, when you have your two main wide receivers hurt or out of the game for any period of time, how everybody else has to step up. Uh, that's why you drill on being so heavy and so good in the offense when there's an opportunity to do so. You carry that over to the next week and you try to make momentum off of it. You can't just settle with, well, we got away with a win. That's bullshit. That's never going to pass playing against the best teams in the league. And the Bucks got a lot of they're gonna be hosting those guys, or they're gonna be playing the best in the league throughout the year. Um, so there's got to be some tighten up going on, man. This is a little bit too wild for me. I don't really care for it. I don't like it at all, actually. Bruce Arians left, which they got to come together with a better plan. Todd Bowles has the talent on his side of the field to kind of shake things up every now and again pretty quickly. But the offense has been a disappointment basically through most of the first 3.5 games, and something's got to change. Going into the second half, I'm hoping to see the tight ends again get more involved, so that the Chargers actually have to account for something other than the running back, and actually slow down their pressure trying to get to Tom Brady. So that's basically what I'm looking for. I'm hoping something changes. I hope the defense continues to play or rank or rack or basically wrap up their efforts this second half. But so far, I'm still just more disappointed in the offense and how it sputters far too often to have that much talent, regardless of having Mike Evans and Chris Godwin out. They still have Tom Brady, still have Ronald Jones, who's been disappointed so far in the pass game because he's dropped too many passes. But you still got O.J. Howard. You still have Rob Gronkowski. You still have Cameron Brate. All these cats should be able to slow down a pass rush and make something happen. But right now, that's not been the game plan, and so far the offensive coaches, particularly uh, Coach Arians, who should know better, he hasn't done anything. He's just going to stick with his game plan and try to ride it out. I think that's the wrong thing to do. Hopefully, they change things up here in the second half. So, see what happens.